Hey guys, Jacob here. In today's video, we're going to be discussing The Division Heartland. As you guys know, 20 minutes of Division Heartland footage was leaked a little while ago. Before you guys say anything, no, I will not be showing any footage or any clips of The Division Heartland or any pretty much pictures at all because I do not want this video to be taken down. And this stuff is highly confidential because it's in early alpha stages and only testers have early access to it and can play it, and they cannot publish any of it either. So I'm not going to be publishing any of it on this video. But I will be publishing it once they show stuff at E3 or one of their Ubisoft events, so expect me to cover it when they show it officially there. Now, in today's video, we're going to be discussing some of the things that were shown in the Division Heartland from some of the leaks, and talk about some of the things that I pretty much really like about this idea. For one, what is the Division Heartland? From what we've seen, this is a PvP/PvE Survival 2.0 style game. Now, this is going to be free to play. I personally think we will see this game around August or September at the earliest time, or maybe even later. Some people have been asking me what are my overall thoughts on this game, and from what I've seen, this is a mixture of the Division 1 and Division 2, and it feels like, or I guess it looks like from what I've seen, the movement looks a lot like the Division 1 movement, but looks more refined, and I really dig that because I like the Division 1 movement a little bit more than Division 2, but at the same time, I wanted Division 1's characters to have a little bit more weight to them, so it's like they were actually carrying gear, so it appears that they have done that, and I'm really excited to see that in this. The next thing is going to be crossplay, because some people are saying this is a free-to-play game. Will it have some kind of crossplay, kind of like Warzone, where people on PC, Xbox, and PS4 can all play together? And I highly doubt it due to the fact that there's no Ubisoft games that I know of that are currently crossplay. Now, for this kind of style game, this is not a battle royale style game. This is more of a survival game. So you could call this Survival 2.0, which a lot of people are going to be very excited about because this has a very survival vibe from the footage I have seen. Now I'm going to talk about some of the things. Spoiler warning, if you guys do not want to be spoiled, then I would recommend clicking away. I'm going to talk about some of the things that were shown in the footage, but I will not be showing any of it. Now, the first thing is going to be melee weapons. Some of you guys had noticed right away in the footage that the character has a melee weapon. If I remember correctly, it's a pry bar on their back, and you also can do melee takedowns by the looks of it. Now, some people may remember or may not remember back in the early stages of Division 1, the Agent Ryan in the really early days of E3 when they first showed this long time ago. This has been years. He actually took down one of the rioters with a stun gun and knocked him out. Now, that's been forever ago. Some people may not remember, but the Division originally had Splinter Cell style takedowns back in the day, which to me was really cool if you could use stuff like that. And if you can do so in this, where you either put your arm up around them, just knock them out, or you smack them in the back of the head, that's still cool as well. Or if you can full on take your melee weapons out and actually fight people with them and just beat the living shit out of other players, that makes me really excited for some reason. But it's really cool that we get some kind of different playing in this, because we've never had really any melee options in the Division in general. Now, another thing which I'm very excited about is going to be crouching. You now will be able to officially crouch, which I know a lot of people who are big Ghost Recon Wildlands fans were saying, why can't we crouch or prone? Well, obviously, I'm pretty sure you can't go prone, but you will be able to crouch and actually get on the ground and shoot, behind cover and peek around and stuff like that a little bit easier. So if you have teammates taking up two spaces of cover, you can still crouch and get some cover, and that way you're not getting the absolute shit blasted out of you. Because I've had instances of the DZ where I've gone to go behind cover and there's players shooting and there's not enough cover there, and I've gotten the shit shot out of me. Same goes for PvE, which I am very excited about, to just be able to crouch and hide behind stuff as well. Now, another thing we did see is going to be the new base of ops, which has a very, I guess, bowling alley / retro arcade feel. I guess maybe from like Coney Island. That's what a lot of people are saying it looks like. I'm looking at you, Kamikaze Von Doom. I know you said that. It looks like the Coney Island arcade, and I have to agree, it does look very similar to that. And as for the game types, or the, I guess, types you can play in this, there's PvE, which is going to be an expedition type game mode where you can go get gear and explore. And then there's the Storm, which this gives me a very kind of Escape from Tarkov kind of vibe, which I know that's kind of weird because that's one of the games I would never compare Division to. But by the looks of it, you actually can go into the PvE zone, explore and get gear, and take that to your armory and hold on to it, and then go into the PvP zone and have gear with you and salvage for more gear. And if you die, you lose that stuff and it's gone, and you'd have to re-get it. I'm not 100% sure that's how it works, but by the looks of it, that kind of reminds me of what this is going to be. So you'll be able to save your gear and actually take it out. Unlike Division 1, where we had survival, you just started fresh over and over and over again. But now we have the chance to actually save gear and go back and use it. That to me is really, really cool and a pretty awesome idea. As for the PvP zones, we know that when you go into Silver Lake, which is the area we'll be going into, it is contaminated and you have to watch your filter so you don't sick and pretty much just die instantly. And I'm not 100% sure how the filter system is going to work because I didn't dig into it too much, but we know that there's contaminated areas, and by the looks of it, you can cleanse your sickness at shade nodes and fix it that way. And by the looks of some of the screenshots I've seen and other people posted on Reddit, in one of the consumable areas, it looks like you actually can use medicine possibly, or some kind of syringe to cleanse the infection, which it kind of has that Division 1 style vibe, but instead of having, I guess, winter or you're freezing your ass off, we now have contamination zones. I'm not sure if that's the whole Silver Lake, but we know that there's a lot of contaminated areas in this new map. Now, another thing is going to be builds, and I know some people have been asking me about this. Is there going to be builds in this game? By the looks of it, no. It looks like you can pick up chest pieces and gloves, and also keep this in mind, this is still early alpha stages, so things could change, and they could change this whole game in literally 2 months. It could be something completely different, and they could flip it, so keep that in mind. But from the footage, we've seen the player pick up really high tier weapons and also really high tier gear, like a chest piece and stuff like that, and use that. We also seen them use health kits and armor kits, so those are 2 things now you can use. You can use grenades, of course, and we obviously have our secondary, melee, and primary. So it looks like we're not going to be getting a third weapon after all. So I'm guessing the melee weapon has taken up that spot. Now for microtransactions. I know some people are saying, since this is going to be a battle royale-esque kind of game, but not really battle royale, more survival, is it going to have a battle pass like this game currently does now? Which, if you guys go to the manhunt and then go to the season menu, you guys will see that we have kind of a battle-esque pass, and there are rewards you guys can get from the battle pass. And yes, from the leaks and the footage we've seen, there is a battle pass, but it's mostly cosmetic, and you'll be able to buy that stuff. Like, say you want a certain melee weapon, it's just, it looks different, or a mask, or a backpack, stuff like that. You will be able to get it that way. And for customization, we know there's like a few agents you could choose from and change the way your character looks. I'm not sure how in-depth the customization is going to be compared to Division 1 and Division 2. In Division 1, we had a very large variety of customization for our character as of clothing. In Division 2, we didn't have as much, but we had a pretty decent amount as well. But in Division 1, the customization takes the cake because that customization was awesome. The only thing I really like about Division 2 customizations, of course, we can dress up like hunters and stuff like that. A few more things I will be talking about is going to be my opinion on this. I really like this idea of a sort of open world survival PvP game, and supposedly these servers are going to be supporting 45 player servers, and some people are wondering how is that possible. For one, this is not a direct connection to the Division 2. This is its own standalone game, so it's going to be pretty much on a separate server, so you don't have to worry about stuff, you know, like obviously DC or New York or other dark zones taking up room. You just have one big flat area to work with and just put a ton of players in it, and essentially you're good to go. Now, we have to also look at the Massive is going to be having a new game mode as well. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to be because obviously there is nothing out on that, just a little bit of speculation. But I kind of have some kind of idea whether we're going with that direction, which could possibly be taking us to a new area. And we know it's going to be something to do with Natalia Sokolova, which is the leader of the Black Tusks. But overall, those are just a few things that we've seen in the 20-minute footage. You guys can obviously find it out there if you want to dig hard enough. I'm pretty sure the photos somewhere if you want to find them. But overall, I'm really, really happy with this idea, and I can't wait to see where this game is going to be. If you guys want me to make a part 2 on some of the things I like about this new standalone game, please leave them in the comment section below, and also let me know in the comment section below what you guys think so far of the Division Heartland. If you've seen the footage, if you haven't seen the footage, but just let me know overall how excited you are for this game and a few things you want to see from it. And I'll say it again, keep this in mind, this is all early alpha stages. From the stuff people have seen and leaked, so it could literally change in a few months, kind of like Division 1 did in general. If you guys remember, Division 1 changed very drastically, and you remember stuff like the blinder drone, which ended up being the Firefly in this game, but they changed the whole game and the UI and how it pretty much looked. So just keep that in mind. But thanks all for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more Division 2 content, and I will catch you guys all later.